to You Can Do It.
You can do it!
It's powered by Special Olympics. My name is Nick Stearns, and I'm one of your co-hosts and co-producers. Shout out to Jason, our technical director, Donna, our creative consultant, and of course, Adam Hayes, who is our co-host, co-producer, and film editor, and of course, Terrell Limerick,
Hello,
our
everyone.
wonderful co-host and co-producer. Hey, everybody, great to see you.
Hey there.
We are really excited about our topic tonight. We're going to be talking about a skill or something new you may have learned during this time we've all been quarantining at home during the pandemic. And we're pretty sure by the end of tonight, we're going to hear some pretty cool stories of things that people have learned to do or enjoy doing during this time at home. So thank you for joining us. I'm going to turn it over to Adam. And Adam, have you been doing something new during the pandemic, or have you learned a new skill while you've been quarantining at home?
Oh, well, thanks, Nick. Yeah, one of the big things that I've been learning is the use of Zoom. I mean, everyone's been learning that, but the fact that we're getting to do TV shows and doing a lot of meetings and a whole lot more. I've learned how to use this great program to help better my editing skills and my co-hosting skills and a whole lot more. It's pretty cool.
That's really awesome, Adam. And it's such a great point. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I literally never heard of Zoom before the pandemic. Like, I just had never heard of it. And now you're absolutely right, Adam, that, being on Zoom, learning how to use it and really kind of expanding that skill set that comes with technology, and this particular one is pretty extraordinary.
Right.
So thank you for that.
You're welcome. It's just really cool getting to see that we as a society are becoming a whole lot more technological with our everyday stuff that we do. So, yeah.
It is super cool. And I think it's also really exciting too, Adam, that maybe we're reaching people that we might not have reached before through this medium. And I feel really excited about that too. More stories can be told now, and I love that. I love that opportunity for people. So thank you for sharing that. That's awesome.
You bet.
All right. Hey, Terrell, how about you? What have you been doing we've all had so much time at home. Has there been anything really special that's come out of this quarantine time for you that you'd like to share with our Zoomers tonight before we open it up and hear their stories too?
Yeah. I have something to tell you. I think our Zoomer will like it. I learned my iPad every time I go to work and come back home. I don't have time to look at my iPad and learn a lot on my iPad, like I did now. Learn how to learn how to have games. All you have to do is go to the Apple Store and look for reading games, and I learned a lot. I have two on my iPad now, but I found one today, one yesterday. It helped me a lot. So I think my iPad helped me. I helped my iPad, and we learn together like a team.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And you really use this time to learn more about the functions on that iPad and some of the cool programs that are available to you. There's so many. So that's super cool that you're doing that, Terrell. I think that's wonderful.
Yeah, it is.
So let's go ahead and open this up tonight. We're using our format here at You Can Do It, where we hold space for all of our Zoomers to share with each other. And then, of course, we air on cable. So our stories will go far and wide. And I think already, from what Adam and Terrell said, they've already gotten so much out of the technology during this quarantine time. So let's take some time tonight to hear from you guys. So let's go ahead, raise of hands, and we'll get people in the chat and get ready to go. All right, let's start with Justin, and then we'll go to Jason.
So two things I learned was running longer amounts of time allows me, helps me to think a little more clearly, and also nature walks just makes me have more of a peace of mind. Like it just feels good to walk it, like go camping, or like camp trips are awesome. It's the nature is really, it's like soothing, you know. Like I learned that looking at the animals, or imagine listening for the voices is like sounds, is really soothing.
Wow, I totally hear that. Adam or Terrell, do you have any comments or thoughts for Justin? I totally get your point, Justin.
I just want to let you know that is all good and all, but you can get some more walks, and if you get some more walks or running, if you are running like me, if you do that, it will help your body some more.
That's a great point. Adam, I know you had a comment for Justin.
Yeah, Justin, I was just curious, what is your favorite thing about when you're going out and just seeing nature in general when you're part of this past year? What's your favorite thing about being outside?
So my favorite thing is like all the animals, and seeing all the animals, you know, that you're walking through the forest or whatever. Also, I think that you know, all the activities at the campsite or whatever is so fun. Really, like it's really camping trips are great. I went to West Virginia at a campground a while back. It was really nice. Went for a nice walks. It was great.
Wow, that was great, Justin. Thanks for a great reminder of spending time outdoors. That's awesome. All right, Jason, and then you guys, we'll try to get to everybody who wants to share tonight, but let's go ahead and hold space for Jason.
I starting Pessoas Friday. Every Friday, I would make it festivals myself. I would try different toppings like peanut butter, Greek yogurt, or blueberries, and I would try different breads like raisins bread, or whole grains. We are also starting my days. Mom and I make a different kind each week using heavy ingredients.
That sounds so yummy. French toast Fridays. I love that. I'm going to totally use that, Jason. It sounds so good. All right, Adam and Terrell, any thoughts about making French toast?
Great job.
Ah, love it.
I think making French toast is good. Can I have some? Can I have some if you make another one?
Yeah.
You can. I can. All right.
So, what type of French toast do you like to do? Do you like the blueberries, or what kind of toppings do you like?
Bananas and berries and a paper.
Okay.
Wow. Jason, I literally wrote that down. I wrote nature walks and then I wrote making French toast. Oh, that sounds wonderful. So experimenting in the kitchen, that's a really fun thing to do. Let's see. Elena, have you learned one new thing or something that you'd like to share, a skill that maybe you've like perfected with all this quarantine time?
Well, one thing I've been doing lately, or two things actually, well, three, but I'll keep it brief. The first one is learning, I'm taking Spanish classes with David Godoy here on Zoom. I'm really having fun learning that. I'm finding new ways to exercise at my home because I'm still kind of a little iffy returning back to my gym.
Yeah.
And I've been doing more arts and crafts, and these are just some examples of some crafts that I'm doing, some embroidery and hand lettering. So
Wow,
I hope when I get
beautiful.
hand lettering done, I can do some drawings for Special Olympics.
That's great. You're using your quarantine time to do a lot.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
Hey,
wonderful. Adam or Terrell, any thoughts?
Elena, I just was curious. What's your favorite drawing you've been doing?
I kind of just doodle, or sometimes I just go and color, just like shapes that don't like make sense, but like just to draw.
That's great, Elena. And it's really cool that you started drawing when you were young and now you've kind of reconnected to that,
Mm-hmm.
which is wonderful. And sometimes when we do have that extra time in our lives, we do tend to go back to things that we started when we were younger, which is kind of cool, really. David Godoy, what have you been doing with your quarantine time?
I'm being doing the laundry skills very good, because before it was hard for me to go up and down the steps to go for the laundry, and
Mhm.
and now I managed to do it in a less amount of time. It took me longer time to do laundry before, so that's my new. Besides keeping up with technology, that's a new thing that I learned to do. It takes me less time to do laundry.
That's great. That's really great. Laundry is an important skill and one that we're always doing, it feels like.
Yes.
All right, excellent. Who else would like to share? We're hearing a really great kind of variety of things that people are doing during this pandemic time.
I was thinking about taking classes for 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 ballet, because I have done ballet since I was little.
That's wonderful. And so during this pandemic time, Maddie, you can go back to studying ballet, right?
Yes.
That's great. Adam, any questions for Maddie?
Yeah. So, Maddie, you said you were doing some ballet. Uh, what do you like about ballet? What has made that something that you want to learn over this past year?
I think my reason I like ballet because it's very graceful.
It's great. Thank you, Maddie. And thanks for reminding us to consider the opportunity during this pandemic to take a class.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great inspiration for all of us. And I know I've been thinking about it too. Is there anybody else that would like to share something new that they either learned? Oh, I see lots of wonderful hands. Hooray. Melissa and then Shelby and Thomas. Melissa, you got the square.
I learned something new when I was cooking with my friend Brittany. on Zoom.
Wow, what did you learn to cook?
We cooked lasagna.
Okay,
Ooh, lasagna.
that's great. How'd it come out?
Yeah, good. And we do a talent show on Zoom. That was my first time doing it.
Oh my gosh, how was that?
Good. And next, the 31st, I'm gonna do Zoom and I'm gonna do a dance to the song.
That's so cool. Good for you. You've been using your time well, Melissa.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. All right. Shelby, would you like to share? You can just unmute. We'd love to hear what you might have learned during this quarantine time.
I like to create art in so many ways, and I like to sing and dance, and with a social club dance party, I like to dance, and it's really cool fun for me to get doing sometimes during a quarantine, and for me to play the games and make new friends on Zoom. So
That's great. It sounds like you've had a really good variety of things that you're doing. Adam or Terrell, any thoughts for Shelby? She's done a lot, really done many things during this year.
Yeah, so I wanted to know, what is your most favorite thing out of the many things you've done? What is the one thing that's really stood out to you that you really like?
my favorite, well, my favorite is to play games because I'm a game fanatic.
Games, huh? What kind of games do you like?
My games, I like to do trivia and I like to do trivia and scavenger hunts.
Very cool.
All right.
That's
That's
awesome. All
Well,
right.
yeah. So my favorite game is Uno. The card game. Do you like Uno?
Yeah. Yeah. I will talk to Mandy and Crystal about playing, online.
That's great though, Shelby. That's really cool. And I hear you, Terrell. I love Uno too. I used to be the Uno champion of my house. Not
All
anymore.
right.
But that's a long time ago.
Let's. I will have Uno bet. Let's do it.
Oh no, I think I've been set up on a challenge. It's a
Yes.
great game.
On a
All right.
time. Yep.
I think we have time for one more, and I know Thomas wanted to share, and Thomas, we would love to hear it. And then we're going to just hold space for a few moments because everyone does need to hear about Jason's mushrooms. Okay, that he is growing. All right, Thomas,
Wow,
go ahead.
Jason, that's good.
I learned how to be safe myself at work because I worked this whole time. I also learned to be confident doing speeches on camera in the speak series. It is great fun.
Wow, Thomas, that's great. So you were like learning a new skill and constantly practicing it. That is wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. That was great. And you guys, Derek had said earlier, and I went by, so I want to circle back to Derek real quick. Derek, can you please share with us some of the new things that you may have done? Thomas like learned a new skill, is practicing it, which is so awesome. How about you, Derek?
Well, doing podcast stuff from a podcast, mostly, because I've had to take some time off work from like late March last year to almost July because of COVID. So I've been working, spinning everything up on the podcast and stuff like that, and getting more exercise outside and getting more used to Zoom because I don't just use Zoom for Special Olympics.
Right, absolutely. And you know, it's such an amazing
So
thing
I do it for
about it.
my agency, and I also do it for Toastmasters, actually. Have you ever heard Toastmasters before? Yeah, it's helping me with my public speaking and stuff like that, because I'm working to become a sports broadcaster.
I find that really cool that you're doing Toastmasters, as I've been part of that too. It definitely does seem to help you talk about a lot more things and just be more confident. So good job there, Derek. Keep going.
Yeah, that was great. Terrell, any questions or comments for Derek? That's a
So
lot of-
Adam, what is he trying to say?
Oh, what is Toastmasters?
Yeah.
Derek, do you want to, since you're the one who's we're talking to, why don't you tell them what Toastmasters is?
So it's helping people out with their. I've been with Toastmasters almost 2 years now, and like
Right.
you do these speeches and stuff like that,
Yeah. Right.
and then like after you do a speech, you'll have this evaluator who
Right.
talks to you about how you do with your speech and what you can work on to get better at your speeches and everything like that.
As he was saying, yeah, it helps you learn how to make more speeches and just be more
Oh.
confident in your speaking. So
So you mean more? You have more confidence in yourself. That what you mean?
in your speaking ability and in yourself.
Yeah, it's a great program.
I got it.
I want to make sure before we go to Jason, I want to make sure if anybody wanted to, like Daniel, if you had anything you wanted to put in the chat. And it sounds like as we're seeing if anybody has any last comments, we've had people go from learning about nature walks to perfecting their lasagna, to taking classes, to doing laundry faster than they did before, to having a podcast or actually hosting a show, or learning what your iPad can do, exercise classes. You guys are rock stars. You've used this time to grow and to develop. And that is extraordinary, because we will come out of this pandemic stronger and with more skills.
Yes.
So I think you have really given some inspirational stories tonight. So Jason, I know everybody's really dying to know, you learned something new as well. Can you share with us the thing that you learned to do during this pandemic?
Yeah, sure. I learned to grow my own mushrooms. We love mushrooms, both my wife and I. And so we found for Christmas, I got a mushroom growing kit. And since then, we haven't really stopped. So I was going to share with you just for a second, if I could.
Yeah.
Just a few photos, because I'm a mushroom geek now. So can you guys see that?
Oh my goodness.
So those are
Incredible.
those are golden oyster mushrooms, and they just kind of grow aside kind of a not quite a log, but they put the spores in there and you water and take care of them, and yeah. So that's kind of I think that's one of them. And then where's this one here? I'll show you this. I'm such a geek. I made a movie. Let's see. Does it come up? Oh, that was a short movie apparently. So here, try that one. Okay. Anyway, a geek's a geek. All right. So, so we did that, and then we had another. This should be a different kind of mushroom right here. So you can see those. They grow many. It's anyway. So yeah, I've really enjoyed that. They're tasty. They're so much better fresh, and they grow so very quickly. So it's very rewarding, and you get to eat all your hard work. That's the best kind.
Yes, I think so.
Round of applause for Jason. That is awesome.
All right, Jason.
Well, you guys, these were incredible stories, just like we knew they would be. And more than that, I think that they give a great sense of inspiration to all of us to look at how we use our time and to learn new skills and to not be afraid. And sometimes it is scary to learn new things, but you guys are plowing right through. And like, you know, Adam said, just keep doing what you are doing. It's amazing. So Terrell, when are we going to be back?
Come back soon. And on Zoom, we will be right. We will be here. We will be here. Yeah, we will be here on Zoom.
And be there or be
square.
or be a Zoom square. That's right. All right. And Adam, if you can leave us with one last thought.
Yep. So everyone, remember to bring your questions and remember, stay positive.
Absolutely. Thank you, Adam. And please join us next time. We're going to have a professional dance teacher and choreographer come on. She's going to teach us some dance steps. And you guys can ask her questions about how she comes up with all her moves for all of her dances. And so it'll be really cool to kind of get in the head of an actual choreographer, see how they come up with those moves. So thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to catch us on channel 21 every Friday at 4:30 in Montgomery County. And until we see you again, be well, be safe, and remember, you can do it. Good night, everybody.
Thanks, guys. See ya.
You can do it.